The Yamaha team, the first of the trucks rolling to the line. Francesco Perlini at the wheel of the trucks, built by his family firm. His father was the man who founded Perlini Trucks. 31-year-old Francesco, top truck on the Paris-Le Cap Cape Town Rally, 6th overall. And in comparison with the cars, that's an amazing performance by a 10-ton truck. Versino in the big Mercedes-Benz, one of the support trucks carrying parts for the Mitsubishi Pajeros. Now we ride into the start area on Yves Ferry's truck. Ara, the Japanese driver, in the Hino Ranger, one of the fastest trucks in the prologue, the little Hino, smaller, lighter and more agile than some of the big Eastern European machinery. There we see some of the most powerful trucks in the event, the V12 Tatras, Kanahek in the V12 T815, 380 brake horsepower going through that four-wheel drive. Then we see Eugenie Doranin in the big Kamaz. Carnival time on the streets of Paris. At the size of the big Perlini truck, René Mecha waiting to wish a brief good luck to the co-driver Maimon. Perlini driven by Jacques Houzat, carrying parts for the Mitsubishi Sonauto team. The crew climb back aboard. Certainly a smile of approval there from René Mecha as Francesco Perlini's crew climb back aboard their 12-litre 500 truck. But it's out here. There we see de Montremy, another of the Petit Poucet team, the Lilliputians they call themselves, and he's got a problem. He's grabbed the wrong gear and he's now having to walk his way out of trouble. Back up running though, the bike starts to float on the soft sand and Montremy manages to continue. That's Kenmi Matsumoto, number 7, riding the Honda RD02, the marathon man. This is his first ever rally raid, 37 years old. The former Grand Prix motorcycle racer, now trying something very different and finding it very hard work indeed. It sometimes seems that the forests have a magnet in for motorcycles. Riding the bike, number 9. He's nicknamed Good Guy because he stopped to help so many riders, but he himself is in trouble this time on that soft sand. Once the bike loses speed, it starts to dig in, and then there's nothing more you can do. Treacherous riding conditions. Ogawa on the big 650 Suzuki, again using the power of that 2-litre turbocharged engine to literally pull him in and out of the gullies. And Bjorn Voldegaard, former World Rally Champion, listening to him using that engine power, but he's got a problem. He's too heavy on the brakes. Every time he hits the brakes of bikes, it's sitting down into the sand. He's trying to use all the revs to get the power to get it up the next slope, but he hasn't done it. It's beached. And Voldegaard and Fred Gallagher now, with some assistance from the locals, pushing the car back, trying to get it back down into the valley, up the other side in reverse gear, and then take a... Look at him using the sides of the track, the experienced Ambrosino using the side of the track rather than the deep sand in the centre. Erwin Weber, former German rally champion in the Mitsubishi Pajero, kicks up Pirano's Riviere. Now he has got a flying Erwin Weber behind him in one of the prototype vehicles, so the Nissan Tamara with his Toyota HD G80, and the little Subaru is on the go again. This time though, disaster! Well, a very gentle roll. The service team arrive as the trucks take to the tracks. Now these are going to be very spectacular indeed through the twists and turns of Solojovec. There, the two Perlinis, Francesco Perlini followed by Jacques Houzat. The two trucks taking to the tracks. Just watch these 12-ton monsters being manhandled through the sandy trails. The howl of that big V8 two-stroke Detroit diesel in these purpose-built Perlinis. The first of these vehicles is a true lightweight, with Franco Perlini, Albero and Vinante perched in the cab. Behind them, if you look as the trucks buck up and down, that truck almost empty. The second of the truck driven by Jacques Houzat, carrying the components and the spares for the Mitsubishi Sonauto team. Again, that big 500 brake horsepower Detroit 2-stroke V8 engine, howling away right up to its maximum revs, 2600 RPM. And how about that? Jacques Houssat, four-wheel drifting 10 tons of truck between the trees. So Jacques Houssat following Franco Perlini in the 302, Gilbert Versino, another of the Mitsubishi support trucks, the big Mercedes 1935. And this one of the big long chassis Russian Kamaz, Viktor Moskovsky. The engine and the transfer gears whistling away, but just look at that rear suspension working. Kopre in the V12 Tatra, followed by his teammate Karnek. The two 550 Goltsov for Moskovic, then Marchenkov, then Houssat and Perlini in the two Italian trucks.